Sorry, I had an interruption, so let's see if we can just review in case you're just starting in. This is graphing a line from an equation, a linear equation. So right here we can see that we're going to start with our y-intercept and then use our slope to get 2 points so that we can draw a line. So right here we had y equals 1/3 x minus 4, and we said that's our y-intercept. And so now we can see that this is my slope. My slope would be 1/3, and that's rise over run. And so it says we're going to go up 1 and to the right 3 from our y-intercept. So from our y-intercept of 0, -4, we're going to go up 1 and to the right 3. So 1, 2, 3. And now that we have 2 points, we can graph. This next one's a little tricky. First of all, we can all see that the y-intercept right here is at +1. So that's 0, 1, or right here on our graph, the 1 on the y-intercept. But my slope is a whole number, and for the first time ever, we're kind of sad about that it's not a fraction, because we know we want rise over run. But it's just -3. But we know that a whole number is always over 1. So my slope is going to be -3 over 1, and that negative means I'm going to go down 3 to the right 1. So from my point, I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3, and to the right 1, and that is my line. The last one right here, there is no slope. Technically, it's 0x plus 3. So right here I have a +3. That's my y-intercept, 0, 3, and it's right here at 3. But this time it has 0 slope. So we talked about this on my previous video, hoi vux, right? It's horizontal if there's 0 slope, and it's going to be at the y equal, so horizontal. Vertical is when it's undefined, but that's not what we have right now. So what it's saying is we have 0 slope, so it's going to go like this. That's not a very straight line. It's hard with just nothing holding the paper there. But I want to tell you why. Why is y equal 3 this? So right here we can see at this point would be -5, 3. This point would be -2, 3. This point would be 4, 3. All of them have a y-intercept of 3. So it's wherever y equals 3. Every single place that y equals 3. Okay, let's see if we can practice some more finding the slope from each of the line. So again, we're going to practice our rise over run. So looking right here from point to point, we can see we rose 1 and we ran 2. And unfortunately, there's a lack of diversity on this one because this one also rises 1 and runs 2. Can you do these next two? Well, we talked about this again, hoi vux. Let's see what we think. Is this vertical or horizontal? It's horizontal, so it's not this one. So it must have a slope of 0. Or you can say it did not go up, but it went over 1. And 0 divided by 1 is also 0. This one we can see is going down, which we know is negative, but if we go from left to right, we can see it went down 1, 2, 3, 4. So down 4 means -4, and then we're going to go to the right 2, 1, 2, and so my slope would be -2. All right, you're given 2 points. So sometimes they give it to us in a table, and I'm going to tell you the easiest way to do this is to just pick 2 points. So we're going to pick this -1, 5 and 1, 9. It doesn't matter which ones, you can put them right next to one another or not. But if this is my x1, y1, this is my x2, y2, we already know the equation right here. The slope is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So my y2 would be 9 minus my y1, which is 5, over my x2, which is 1, minus my x1, which is -1. We don't get to don't think about what's, don't worry about what's happening. Just make sure that you have it all together. Oh, I should have put it right there. Sorry. 9 minus 5 over 1 minus negative 1. So right here we know 9 minus 5 is 4, and 1 minus negative 1 is 2, and so 4 divided by 2 is 2. Let's try another one. Just to make sure we're doing the right thing here. Looking right here, again, I'm going to pick 2 points. So let's go with this negative 2, 2. We'll call that my x1, y1. And we'll go with, I don't know, negative 1, negative 1. Sure, that's my x2, y2. You can be any one. So right here I'm going to say negative 1 minus that 2 over my negative 1 minus negative 2. Write it down, then put it in your calculator. So right here I've got negative 1 minus 2 would make a negative 3. And a negative 1 minus a negative 2, so that's going to change into a negative 1 plus 2, which is 1, and so my slope would be negative 3. Let's try this fraction one now, because that tends to be the one that students just do not like. So you can see I've got, we'll just do this one right here. So I've got this 0 and 6/5, that's my x1, y1. And 1 and 8/5, 1 and 8/5, and that will be my x2, y2. So I'm going to do 8/5 minus 6/5 over my x2, excuse me, is 1 minus my x1, which is 0. So 8/5 minus 6/5 is 2/5, and 1 minus 0 is 1. Anything divided by itself is itself. 2/5. Okay, last one here. We're just going to practice a few more of these. So again, we're trying to start from the y-intercept. So right here we start at negative 2 on the y-axis. That's where we're going to start, is at the y-intercept. And then we're going to use 7/2 as our slope. So 7/2 is my rise over my run. So because that's positive, I'm going to go up 7 and to the right 2. So right here I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to the right 2. And then I have 2 points to make a line. What if it's just y equals negative 5? Hoi bucks, but it's not. It's y equals, so it's 0 slope, so it's going to be a horizontal line at y equals negative 5. Maybe you tried this one, and maybe if you're really fancy, you try number 6 as well. Let's see what you got. Okay, so right here at positive 2, that's where we're going to start. And then my slope is 1/4, so I'm going to go up 1 to the right 4. So up 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. And then x equals, we talked about hoi a few times. Let's talk about bucks. So it's not hoi. This time it's vertical, undefined at x equals. So at x equals 5, so on the x-axis, here's 5. We want a vertical line. Okay, last page here. What if it doesn't have a y-intercept? Ooh. It's okay. I'm just going to hide that paper. Okay. It's technically plus 0. And my slope is 5/3, so I'm going to go up 5 and to the right 3. Maybe you try this one on your own. Hopefully you did. So again, we're going to start right here at positive 3. And this time my slope is negative 1/3. Negative 1/3. I'm just put the negative on top so I know to go down, and we always go to the right, to the right. I hope you enjoyed that. Okay, down 1 to the right 3. Maybe your parents will get that one. All right, and last one. So looking at negative 2, my slope is 1/2. So I'm going to go up 1 to the right 2. Up 1, right 2.